boy. Shinobi じゃなくてジャマイカボーイ。不動でそうだった making noise. 四六時中かかってこい. It don't matter though. Young nigga from Canada, brought from that bullshit and go like a matador. 行けたら行くわ。毎日俺のゴールへ書き出す。
Greetings and salutations. I hope everyone's having themselves a mighty fine day. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, do all the things. Let's just get Garuda is here, baby. He pulled up. Let's see what he got to say. Come on, dog. All right, I'm here. I'm ready. How hilarious, Garuda. You have the strongest of beings as your enemy clan, and you ask for my cooperation. You also disclosed several issues to me that you did not even tell your associates. It seems that you trusted me that much. I also considered you as someone close to me and at times felt a sense of affinity. I love the way that they're saying it too. A sense of affinity. Like it recently has even come to the point of discussing an alliance, which was going very well. Our exchanges in the past mean nothing now. The number 2 and number 3 under you working with the gods to attack me and you protecting them. He looks really this panel is crazy. Look at the wigs. He's clean. How am I supposed to understand this situation? It seems there was a misunderstanding about the succession issue. As king as a king with a time limit, it is my fault for making them uneasy. I hope you will understand, Aryavata. Things went too far to just gloss over it like this. Then, if you in my stead do what I was meant to do in future plans, I might let this one slide though. I understand. Let me do your part as well. What? Wait, Garuda. The plan she's talking about. What exactly does it entail? Is it not something that will harm? It is not something that will harm you, so do not worry about it. Aksha, can you move? Garuda, let me give you a warning. These two, it would be better to lock them away until this plan is done. Unlike you and me, they pursue simpler values. She said, hold on, how you talking like that? I'm different. The things that I care about, the values that I hold dear to me, they actually matter. Let's just get it. Let's get in with it. They wouldn't be able to understand even if you explain the situation anyway, and it is clear that they will interfere in another way. And she disappears. Whoosh. Yama's freed. Wait, Garuda, that issue. What in the world is it about? Flash. Okay, she frees them. Return to the underworld. Yama. There is nothing you can do here. You don't know that? It's the goat. You will be better off just staying in your original place, preparing to do your job. Oh, man. One Last God, starting up by Kurigama. Season 3, episode 2, 3, 4, and out of 23. Jordan! Alright, so there's Kubera. The temple has been severely damaged. Fortunately, it's not something like an elegant architecture. It's about as much as I can recover with my own power. It's restoring the temple right now, an important issue. You held me back when I was on my way to find the Primevia gods, but the only result of getting me involved in the plan is this. When you go up to the place where the Primevia gods are, the passage of time changes and earthly events will be overlooked. Didn't you send so many souls in hell in order to not miss out on earthly events in the first place? They may not necessarily be in that high place. If they intend to come down, they will appear in front of you without the need for you to look for them. They do not come down because they have no intention of interfering. Moreover, for Indra, who submits to the Primevia gods more than anyone else, to go all out with such confidence, it means that one of the Primevia gods is already backing him up. Maybe the Primevia gods you're looking for is the one backing Indra. Then we need to find a primeval god who is not backing Indra even more so. If the two of us were to fight alone, it would be all in vain, just like now. The spear having no effect wasn't within my expectations to some extent. What? I could see that. Especially with the type of this with the way that he thinks and kind of goes about things. It's not to say that he was like, wow, it didn't work. It's like there was a percentage of a chance that I knew that it wouldn't be effective. What we need to do now is look for Kanara, who has been struck by the spear. Yama, the reason I looked for you in the first place is Rumble. There's a great huge sound. Kerr. What the? The temple only needs to be restored to its original state. I was trying to restore it to its original shape. So what is that rising up and curling around the pillars? There was originally no such thing, right? I don't know. What's coming up, bro? What's happening? You see the snake-like carvings wrapped around the pillars and climbing them. In the days where there were worshippers in the front temple of time, it's the Kroha and Rana right now, I believe. It was called the shedding of time. In Korean, it can both mean flaw, error, mistake, and skin/shedding. Mistake, husk. Either or both those words can describe its meaning. There's Raltara and Ran. The worshippers were mostly heretics who revered Suras. And they were either executed or exiled to another planet for one reason or another. So they no longer exist on this planet now. But from when I heard when I was a general, they believe that the sculpture depicts the king's sin of turning his back on fiendish magic in the past. Then did this carving not exist 1,000 years ago? That's what is said. Everyone has a different opinion about the exact point in time the carving appeared. But the consensus is that it appeared around the same time as the fiendish magic incident. Except for a few royals who at the time refused to make the oath and choose to become commoners, dozens of queens, many more children, and the high-ranking officials who had been granted the position of honorary members of the royal family joined in on the oath of the king. Because it was a choice that entailed the criticism of fiendish magicians and halves, the gods promised a blessing of equal worth. They were granted the right to be reborn as a human, possessing the greatest family name, the greatest honor, the greatest talent and wealth. As a result, where would they have been born in the next life? It must have been amongst Taitalika, amongst the royal family. That's right. In the end, the royal family of Taitalika was maintained by reincarnating from generation to generation from ancestor to descendants. Aha! However, the direct royal family members were being offered as sacrifices to the temple, right? With the exception of a few lucky ones who survived, most of them died young. How was it a blessed life? The gods only promised the greatest family name, honor, and wealth. Lifespan was not included in the promise. What's the use of all that if you don't have the lifespan to enjoy it? That is what the transcendental ones are like. They play with clever tricks, overriding even their share of the sins. And the victims are always the ones who are weaker than them. The Nastikas were fierce about fiendish magic being cut off, as well as the gods who came forth to stop them. Just like always, they merely led with a selfish war with a plausible justification at the expense of the creatures under their feet. And in that, the owner of this temple was no exception. Oh, who am I looking at? Let me see. Glance. I looked around. Ananta? Who's that shaded figure? I looked around just in case, but Ananta's in here. He's a human who showed a strong performance in the competition. He must have escaped without me noticing. The temple was also quieted down. Was the issue settled with my father's intervention? It would be dangerous to approach, though. Rather than Aravata, the gods, I'm more afraid of my father. Feeling safer by the side of Ananta, who is the king of an enemy clan, I would have never imagined that in the past. Ananta, what's the matter? Why did you stop talking? I didn't understand what you said by grab. He grabs Rao. Right. I'm sorry, Rao. I can't hold on any longer. What does it mean? Where does it hurt? If there's anything I can do, I will help. What do I need to do? Become the owner of the temple. At the temple of time. That which must be received by the owner of the temple. Please take it on Amasted for a moment. Is it this? What's that? Wait. Hold on. Kurrigan's comment, if you want to look at it again, Rand appears. It's another episode 3 from the blog. The greatest advantage of the Garuda clan is that their partial certification looks cool. Other clans will have nice options as the stylish wing-like options. The Garuda clan, for example, the ears and tails of the Yakshar clan are more cute than cool. They can customize your appearance more often, like a video game thing. This was cool. So when Kuroha says, "Oh, venerable time," to that thing that tried to sacrifice itself or tried to, I guess, take Rana, was that Rao? Like, I wonder, what is he taking on some of Ananta's sins and in turn his daughter would be doing that? Oh my goodness. Me and Miles in the chat did an amazing brainstorming sequence the other day. We gotta Kurigam, you are the one. Shout out to the Patreon gang, my CBLs, the Priests of Fire, but especially my tier 3 subscribers, the Fifth Zen God. Shout out to Abdel, Brian, Chromizone, Tris, Cayenne, Chris, Miles, Revenant, Scobe, Shot It to Your Body, Simi, and Sonny Kathapali. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.